Hey guys, I'm Caleb Morelli and welcome to Transit. This is a super visual effect that uses one barred rubber band and two hands. Let's check it out. I want you to check out this rubber band. Watch this. If I take the ring like this, just shake it, and move to my middle finger. You see that? Let's watch, I'll do it again. One more shake, to my second finger. So what I like most about this effect is the fact that it's so simple. That you can hand a rubber band out for examination, you can make it move finger to finger and do things with it that are extremely visual, and it's got moments of surprise, moments of laughter, moments of love, you know, it's got moments of everything. And also, the fact that it's so organic, to the spectator, all that they see is a rubber band and two hands. And I think that's key with magic, just making things simple and making things easy to understand. So with that said, let's learn how to do transit. Okay, you guys, so this is what you're going to need for transit, all right? A rubber band. Now, I personally like to use a size 19, and it needs to be a colored rubber band. I've found that blue, green, red, or yellow work the best. There's some other weird colored rubber bands, but those are the ones that work the best for me. Now, to the spectator, all right, this is all that they see is a rubber band that's used. But really what you got going on is you've got this awesome little gimmick for transit, okay? Check that out. What this replicates, okay, is a rubber band wrapped around your finger, okay? But since it's only half, you're able to do a lot of cool things with it. Now what this is made out of a paper clip, okay? So you're gonna bend the paper clip in a certain way. Now I'm gonna go over what kind of paper clip you're gonna need. You're gonna need a colored paper clip, okay, to match your rubber band. Now these are vinyl covered paper clips, okay? So there's a little plastic coating over them. So all you gotta do is get a size 19 rubber band, or 16 if you have a little bit smaller fingers. And you're going to get a paper clip that matches your rubber band, like so. So now I'm going to teach you how to bend the paper clip to make the gimmick. Alright, so this is how to make this out of this. Alright? This is what you're going to start out with. You're going to start out with taking your paper clip, alright? And flattening it out. Alright, you're going to take the full paper clip, flatten it out, use your muscles. I know you guys got some somewhere. Flexing your card muscles. Okay, so you're going to flatten the paper clip out like this. That's the first step. You want to get it as flat as possible, like so. Now, you'll notice that this is not a flat paper clip, okay? So this is what you're going to do to get this to go into there. Check it out. What you're going to start out with is you're going to take the paper clip and you're going to eyeball it into about 3 even sections, okay? So you're going to look at it and try and use your first fingers and your thumbs of each hand, and you're trying to get it into 3 even sections, okay? So this looks about right to me. So I'm going to bend it over and over again, okay? Just like that. Now that's pretty even. You don't need it to be exactly even, you just need it to get as close as possible. Now you're going to tighten the bend, alright? Just like this. Now, if you cannot do this with your fingers, because some paper clips will be softer than others, okay? Meaning that the wire inside of it is thinner, then just go ahead and grab some pliers and it'll make life a lot easier. Okay, so you're just going to bend these a little bit tighter so that now you've got a Z fold, but the strands, okay, are really close together, like that. Now this is what's going to happen. you're going to put it on top, you're going to fit it to your finger, okay? You're going to put it on top of your first finger and pinch it with your thumb like this. Then what's going to happen is you're going to push down, okay, bending it, bringing it back towards the inside of your hand a little bit each time until you get it close to a U, like so. Then you're going to bend it around your thumb, okay, just to get the full U, just like so. So now it should be able to just fit around your thumb, and now you have it in a pretty good U. Now this is the next step. You're going to make a small tab, and what this tab is going to do, this tab is going to allow you to move it from finger to finger, okay? This is what makes you able to do it visually with one hand, this little tab right here. So you're going to take about that much of the paper clip and just fold it down, okay? Just like that. Okay, so now it should be able to fit over your finger, okay, just like so. And this tab will rest over the next finger, okay, just like that. And if you need to, you can squeeze it, like for instance, if this is too big for your finger, all you gotta do is just give it a little bit of a squeeze and it'll fit to your finger, just like so. And that is, and also, if you say you misjudge, okay, and you have, say, this much left, then just get some wire cutters and just go ahead and make it even, because you're going to want these as even as possible, okay? So if you're really off, just go ahead and even these out so that this end is even with the U right there, just because you're going to want it really even, and it'll make it really easy for the effect later on, okay? So that is how you make your gimmick for transit. Now we're going to get into how to handle the gimmick for the routine. Okay, so you just got your awesome little transit gimmick made up, okay? And your rubber band has been patiently waiting, so you better pick that up too. So now that you have your rubber band and your gimmick made, you're ready to begin the routine. Now, the setup for this routine is just palming the gimmick, okay? And I'm going to show you exactly where you want to palm it. This is what it's going to look like. You're going to put your right hand out, okay? I'm going to teach it to you as if you're right-handed. You're going to put your right hand out and put it on your middle finger in between your first and second joints, like so. Now, you'll notice that the tab is facing my palm and that the U is facing up towards my first finger, okay? So the U is facing up, okay, the open part, and the tab is facing my palm. That's how you're going to palm it. Now you're just going to pinch it in that finger, so then when you bring your hand up, you have a really natural show to see that your palm is, or that your hand is completely empty, okay? Using the Ramsey subtlety. So that is the palm. Now from your pocket, say you don't want to just walk up to a group like this, if you have this in your pocket, so the way that the gimmick is shaped, it's really easy to figure out where the orientation of the gimmick is, okay? So all you do is feel for the tab, and then if it's upside down, you just flip it over and put it into the palm in your pocket. Then you can come out and show your hands really clean, have the rubber band handed out for examination, and you're ready to go. So now we'll get into an over-the-shoulder view of how to perform all this stuff. What you're going to do is you're going to palm the gimmick and pick up the rubber band. Now first off, what you're going to need to do is figure out how many times it's going to go around your finger. So you're going to wrap it around, and so there's 1, 2, 3, okay? So for me, it goes 3 times around, okay? Comfortably without getting too tight. So that's how many times I know that I'll wrap it around for the setup. So once you know how many times it wraps around, then you're good to go. So what you're going to do is go ahead and wrap it around your left, first, and second fingers like so, 3 times for me. So there's 1, 2, 3. Okay? So I'm going to take this, and you're going to hold it in between your first finger and thumb of each hand, and hold it as a ring, and say, and tell the audience to watch the ring. Now what you're going to attempt, what it's going to look like to the audience is that you take the ring and put it on your right first finger. But what you're actually doing is taking the ring, putting it on your thumb as your thumb retracts behind your middle, or behind your left fingers, like so. As that happens, your right thumb pushes the gimmick forward, and onto your first finger. Then your left first finger and middle finger take over and begin to push the gimmick all the way on to about in between the first and second knuckles, right about in between there. Now with your thumb behind your right first and second fingers, you're going to put your left first finger on top of the gimmick so it doesn't get exposed. It's a half of a rubber band ring. You're going to put it on top like so. It's going to stay behind, and you're going to show the gimmick so they're going to see that from the front. Okay? So you're going to show it. Now your right thumb is going to take over for your left first finger like so, as your left thumb with the rubber band on it curls in to behind your palm, like so. When it curls in, you're going to keep your left fingers open as your hand drops away, okay? So it's going to be really clean when you pull your hand away, not like you're palming anything. You're going to keep your thumb on top, okay? Now what you're going to do is you're going to move your, with this hand, either at your stomach or at your side, okay, making sure that this is out of view. You're going to go on with this next move. This is resembles a paddle move. This finger is going to move forward, okay, and so that there's about 1/4 inch space in between the tab and your finger. Now in reality, what you're going to do is you're going to show the front of this finger by going like this, okay? But what you're doing is, as you go like this, your thumb is going to go underneath the tab and rotate the gimmick so that it faces the audience, like so. Okay, I'll go through that again real quick. Your middle finger goes forward, so there's about 1/4 inch space. As you go up, your thumb goes underneath, and you show the gimmick. Okay. Now from this point, you're going to go into the penetration sequence, and we'll get into that in just a second. Okay, so a quick walkthrough for the effect. You've got the gimmick palm, like so. You're going to wrap the rubber band around your left first and second fingers, the right amount of times for you. You're going to show the ring. The ring is going to go around your thumb when the spectator thinks it's going around your first finger. As you push the gimmick up onto your first finger, then your left fingers take over and continue pushing it into in between your first and second joints, like so. With your thumb with the rubber band hiding behind these two fingers, your first and second fingers of your right hand, you come up and show it, keeping your left first finger on top of the gimmick, not to reveal the half gimmick. Then your right thumb comes over and takes over, as this thumb with the rubber band curls behind the palm and drops to either your stomach or your side. Then at this point, you're going to show this move, okay? But what you're doing is you're going to reverse the gimmick so that it shows it like this. Okay, it's going to be a little paddle move. This is what you're doing. You're moving your middle finger out about 1/4 inch so that there's a space in between your finger and the tab. Your thumb goes under it and revolves it around as you show it. Okay? So once you're to this point, your thumb's covering the tab, this finger is pinching this edge up against your first finger, so these two fingers are holding the gimmick in place. Now, it's going to look like you shake it and it moves to your middle finger, and then it moves to your third finger. I'll break this down how this works. This is what you're doing. You're going to overlap your finger on top, so your middle finger is going to overlap on top of your first finger, and then you're going to push the gimmick over with your thumb, okay? So overlaps, pushes over, and then you push your middle finger into the gimmick. So now you're holding the gimmick with your thumb, and these two fingers are going to go down, okay? Your first finger goes underneath the tab and squeezes the gimmick against your middle finger. So then you can hold it and show it. Okay? Now to do it again, your thumb goes in, okay, covering the tab. this finger overlaps, so your ring finger overlaps on your middle finger. You push over, your ring finger goes into the gimmick, and now your pinky and your middle finger are going to go down. Okay, remember under the tab, okay, and is going to squeeze the gimmick so it's around your ring finger like so, and you can show it. So I'll walk you through that one more time. Overlap, pushes over, regrips, overlap, pushes over, and regrips. Now you're going to look like you pull the gimmick back through to your first finger, and we'll get into that in just a second. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through it, okay, talking you through as I do the moves. You're going to have it palm, you're going to wrap the gimmick around your fingers, or the rubber band, excuse me, showing the ring, okay, one too many times, showing the ring, it goes around your thumb, you push the gimmick onto your first finger, your left fingers take over, pushing it in between the first and second joints, you show it, the real rubber band's hiding behind the two fingers. Your right thumb takes over. The thumb with the rubber band pulls in behind the palm, like so. This goes to your side, or just to rest by your stomach. You show it, you do the paddle move, showing the gimmick. You do the penetration sequence, like so, to the middle finger. Now at this point, once you get to here, the tab should be on your left, okay? Like so. And this is what you're going to do. You've had this hand with the rubber band on it, like so, with the thumb curled in, at your side or at your stomach this whole time. Now what you're going to do is come up, with it still hidden, and you're going to come up and hold the rubber band, okay? Your thumb's going to go right behind your finger. Now, you're going to come up and pinch the gimmick, okay, in between your second finger and thumb like so. So the tab goes right over your thumb. Now, what it's going to look like is like you take the rubber band and you make it move from finger to finger, like so. Alright, so let's go over that. This is what you're doing. You're going to pinch the gimmick, okay? You're going to come up and pinch the gimmick and open up your fingers, so just like this. And your other finger goes over, and you're going to want to build a lot of tension to make it look like it's not an easy thing. So you build a lot of tension, and it goes through, and you're going to want to pop. So you're going to want to pop your finger open, okay? Pop your finger open, build tension, okay? Make it look like it's something that's actually hard to do, and pop your finger. And once you get to here, you're going to pinch the gimmick with, pinch this side of the gimmick between your middle finger, and the thumb is going to cover the tab. So then you're going to get back to the position that you started with, okay? Now this thumb, okay, is going to stay curled behind your behind your palm, okay? So you get to here, you pinch it, and this thumb goes behind your palm so you can show your fingers open. Now, this is what you're going to do. You're going to make kind of, it's going to be kind of like a pointer finger, almost like a gun, but your thumb's going to be curled in. You're going to come over, and you're going to palm the gimmick off. You're going to curl your middle finger around the gimmick, like so, and then bring your first finger down and out. So from the front, it looks like you come up, and it looks like your first finger is now in front of the rubber band, but really you have it palmed off. So we'll go through that again real quick. Palm it off with your middle finger, and your first finger goes in front of where the rubber band would be, or the gimmick would be, excuse me. So once it's here, you've got this thumb curled in still. You show it, and you can have the spectator blow on it right now. You can say blow on it, and you slowly move it away. You can show it's gone, and then you move this thumb up without any motion that's gone on. It's now on your thumb, okay? And then you have a really cool palm right now going on, okay? Kind of like a J.V. Wilson palm, but so you can cleanly show that your hands are empty, okay? And then you have them take this off. And then as you hand this band out, this hand just drops to your side. You can put it inside your pocket. There's no heat on this. Put all the heat on the band. If your attention's on the rubber band, say, make sure that's still a normal rubber band. They check it out. Put all your attention on that. There will be no heat on this hand. And that is the full routine for transit. I hope you really enjoy it. Alright, so now you guys have all the materials and tools to perform transit. Make sure that you put in the work for this. This is a really simple effect. I know it looks a lot harder than it, just after watching all those videos, it's really more knacky than anything. So make sure you put in the work, make sure you look in the mirror, make sure it's looking right. And another thing is, when you have the gimmick, you make sure that you go slow with the routine. You want to find beats. You want to make sure that you let every moment, every magical moment that you have sink in, because you have so many in this routine, okay? So don't try and speed through the routine. You got to be confident, okay? Now another thing is when you're putting, I know it's going to take a lot of confidence, because you really want to let people see this up close, because this gimmick will sell up close, okay? So when you put this in someone's face, you have to be confident that what they see is a rubber band, okay? So you got to be confident in your gimmick. And also, another thing that really makes this effect really just killer for me is that if I lose my gimmick or something, I can stop by any Staples, Target, Home Depot, Walmart, any store pretty much, and go and get some paper clips and a rubber band, okay? That's all you need. It's really awesome that you can go and go pretty much get it on the fly if you forget it and you're going to your gig. Also, one thing, the vinyl. If you're going to do this and it's say 115, 110 degrees outside on the surface of the sun, I don't recommend doing that, because the vinyl will stick to your hands. It gets sticky when your hands start to get super, just when the sun and the heat rays are flowing on your body, it just gets crazy sometimes, okay? So I don't recommend this doing in super hot temperatures. But anyways, that's my final thoughts on transit. So I hope you really enjoy it. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, you can PM me or stop by the forums and let me know what you think. So I really hope you have fun with this effect. This is a real gem, so have fun with it. That's transit.